I'm a huge fan of the Howard Stern Show, and I was listening to an episode recently and he's got out his guitar. I was very happy. I always get excited when Howard talks guitar or plays his guitar. The reason I wanted to make this video, and I don't even know if he knows about it, I'm gonna text him after this. Our friend Marty Schwartz got a shout out from the king of radio himself, so congrats to Marty.
I went on Marty Schwartz's YouTube channel. He teaches you how to do it. But
I told you he taught everyone in the world, basically. Everyone in the world includes Howard Stern. I want to take you through this part of Howard's show and get into his mind because he's really revealing a lot about guitar players in general, not just beginning guitar players, and I think it's really fun, and I'll try and teach Howard in the process the song that he's trying to learn. I think I teach Conan O'Brien. That hasn't been confirmed, but it hasn't been denied. So let me add another celebrity to my list. And if this doesn't do the trick, maybe just invite Marty Schwartz to your studio, Howard. That would probably help as well. You don't need video with Howard Stern. He's the king of radio.
You know what it is? I've got arms on the chair, and you can't play a guitar with arms on the chair. Did you realize that? You just can't.
Uh-oh, now we've got the arms on the chair problem?
Yeah, we got to get rid of the arms on the chair. But you know I love that band, The Cult?
Yes.
And they have that song, She Sells Sanctuary, you know, and it goes, again, let's, it starts out like, what's that noise?
I don't
Guys,
know.
the guitar's not plugged in. You're ruining my...
So right off the bat, Howard illuminates a couple things that guitar players deal with. First of all, yeah, any guitar player who sees a chair with arms and somebody's like, play a guitar, you can't hand somebody a guitar with arms on a chair. It's just gonna run into it. As you can see, I've deftly planned for that.
I don't
Guys,
know.
the guitar's not plugged in. You're ruining my music.
I think it's like a noise gate.
You want me to plug it in?
That's on his microphone.
You know that what I'm talking about?
Could you play me the song?
Robin, Robin doesn't even realize how mean that was, right? Maybe she does. She is pretty sassy, but that is how you really cut a guitar player's heart out. If you're like, hey, you know that one? It's like this, and the person's just like, can you just play it on Spotify? Yeah, that's a real gut punch. Howard rolled with the punch, though.
I don't know how these guys get so fluent in it. Like, they're so fast. I don't know how they do it. It's crazy.
Practice. You got to have nimble fingers.
I practice all the time, but, you know.
All right, step one, we got to tune that thing up. Here's the thing. I believe that Howard picks up the guitar all the time, but all of a sudden he's thrust into this position where he has to play on his show, which he's not used to, and you can often look back on those situations when you're not really prepared for, and you're like, oh, I could have represented so much better what I know. You know, Howard probably picked up the guitar after he got home from this show and played it. Maybe something like that. He's also playing it on an acoustic guitar. Either one works. It's definitely way harder on an acoustic guitar to sound sort of close to the riff.
Guitar sounds nice.
Maybe you're going to be a specialist in slow songs.
It sounds nice. It just needs to get tuned up a little.
Yeah, I need like slow ballads. That kind of stuff. Anyway.
It's just like vocabulary for guitar players. I just heard that and I was like, yes, I understand.
This riff. I don't know how he does it.
That's what you were playing?
Oh, Robin again from the top rope. It's an awesome riff.
And it's only 2 strings. It's the G and the D string. I went on Marty Schwartz's YouTube channel. He teaches you how to do it, but, you know, it's an electric guitar, and it's out of phase. It's like got, there's tons of effects on it. Marty Schwartz explains it, but I don't have that, you know. Steve, get out of here with your fucking guitar. Who wants to hear you play?
I was just going to say, what you got to do is palm mute it.
So he has this guy on the show, Steve, who pops in every now and then, who plays the guitar. I don't know if Steve is particularly there just for guitar education, but let's hear what Steve has to say.
You got the riff
all right,
down?
goodbye. Get out.
Palm muted. What the heck
Immediately,
is
Howard's
that?
just like, get out of here.
He's such a douchebag, this kid. You know, he's really good on guitar, and he can play. Here, go ahead and show off. Play.
It's Howard's bit. He's doing a bit, obviously. I think he loves Steve, but he's just frustrated that Steve's probably about to play this perfectly.
Palm mute it.
So if you go like this part of the verse. So you go bam, 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 and then
just play the song. Just play the song.
All right.
That's what I'm trying.
That's all you got to do. You just got to palm mute the bam, bam, bam.
And he goes, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's obnoxious.
So that is a classic guitar teacher trope. Obviously, Steve's trying to fit it in 4 seconds, however long he has on the air. But I've had a lot of teachers in the past who are just like, yeah, it's just like this. So you just play it like that. And I'm just sitting there like. So I totally understand Howard's sentiment and just in general being put off by someone who's just way better than you're ever gonna be.
You've been playing your whole life. I just started 4 months ago. Get out.
You're doing great. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay, great.
Steve's so nice.
I used to like you. Now I don't.
That's mean.
Oh, Howard, this is all you have to do.
Come here, let me kick you in the balls. If this is all you have to do, you just go. Dude.
That's all you have to do, man. Just palm mute.
I'm up there struggling with La Bamba from my little book I practice from.
Marty, in the video of mine, he actually cited a guitar teacher that he had who was horrible, who taught him lame stuff. What are you learning La Bamba for? I mean, you don't actually like that. Why don't you learn like AC/DC? There's a bunch of really easy AC/DC riffs. Or Smoke on the Water, I'm sure you know that one by now. Seven Nation Army? Not La Bamba. Come on, man, you're sabotaging yourself. You gotta pick stuff that you actually want to practice. It'll make you pick up the guitar more.
Very hard. I don't know how, I know a lot of musicians. I don't know how so many morons can play so great.
Case in point.
There's nothing in the way of them playing.
Yeah, they have no other brain function. Like, and then,
Are you talking about bass players?
Like Eric Clapton is a brilliant musician, and then you'll see him interviewed and you go, it's kind of stupid. You know what I mean? But how does he do it?
Stupid guy.
That's true. All right, so Howard Stern, if you happen to see this video, this is how you can learn that Colt riff. Instead of trying to do what Steve said and play it on the 2 strings and palm muting and all that crap, just learn the melody first and get that in time. And you're gonna do that by breaking this into 3 sections. Section 1 is, section 2 is, section 3 is, that's all you need, okay? So we got section 1, ready? Just play this over and over. You can do this while you're watching TV or while you're doing anything that has your hands free. You can do it real light so you don't disturb your wife, Beth. And then when you got that section down, move on to section 2. This is a little more complicated. There's a slide. Steve actually played it incorrectly. I'm glad you didn't listen to him because he was going, but it's actually. So we're just gonna practice the melody. Remember, section 2. This is gonna take longer than section 1 to get down, but when you do, move on to section 3, which will be easier. Again, do this while you're watching TV or sitting on the couch, just chilling. Section 1, section 2, section 3. And we're gonna go back to that pattern 2. Getting it in time, you're gonna have to feel that out. So you can also add in that palm muting, that D string, simply by grazing that string while you're playing the melody. But this is what a lot of guitar teachers don't show you, is the nuance. And the reason this riff sounds out on an electric guitar is because the guitar player is attacking particularly the G string. The D is just there for some extra layer, some frosting on top, but it's not as essential as the melody. And sometimes guitar players will palm mute too much and cover up that beautiful melody that is so distinct and the reason you love it. So you want to make sure to target that G and have this open D be a byproduct of the riff that you're playing. And of course, the actual riff, the palm muting, that alternate picking, you can do it alternate picking or down picking, but that's the eventual end result. And of course, you need the electric guitar to really get the mojo. Maybe you should just forget about learning that riff, Howard, and just learn this. This is the best thing to do on a guitar anyway. And then you can learn your palm muting and your picking and your hammer-ons, all with this just one little position here. We're doing the G and D strings just like you're used to, but we're doing a lot of muting in the right hand. You're gonna have to check out Marty's channel or mine for more on that, but this is the sound. All right, I saved the show off for the end. That's how good Guitar Teacher does it. Expect improvement and to check in on your upcoming episodes. I'm sure you'll see this video and get back to me. In all seriousness, I freaking love Howard Stern. I listen to his show all the time. He's still the best, it's just not even close. He's like the Jimi Hendrix of radio to me. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, what? Thank you.